Well, I've learnt my lesson. Unlike my last attempt, on this occasion I measured twice and cut, or at least drilled, once. Anyway, enough about that. What do you think about my setup here? It's like the Wizard of Oz back there. There's no peeking at all allowed. Listen, if you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in and welcome. If you're a regular viewer, thank you for coming back. If you are a regular viewer, you'll know that I usually harp on about why it takes so long to do vans. I usually chuck in an excuse or two to explain how life generally takes a precedence over the conversion of this van, however unfair that is. Yeah, there's a number of things that have taken place recently. You may have seen that we were down to Glastonbury last week. A week or two prior to that, popped out to London. Anyway, enough of my pathetic excuses as to why things haven't progressed as they should be. Let's take a quick look at what I have managed to get done. Hey, how are you, Mark? Are you alright? How's it going? That's the trouble with working on your drive. You meet all your neighbours and they come and say hello, but it's great. I love it anyway. Right, here we go. I just tried this just to see where I need to file out, and would you believe, even though it's literally just in, it has vibration or whatever. It's got a bit of a bigger hole, which is fantastic. That's an absolutely perfect hole for that. With the flue as well, you'll see that it does say top here, so we know we put it that way, kicking upwards. That means if there's any condensation inside that air pipe, it is going to drip out of here, built like a condensing boiler, that sort of thing. So that's why I would guess they have it dipping that way. So I'll take that out. That's nice and smooth with that, actually. In fact, that is perfect. It's beautiful. I'm going to paint that, prime that, wait for that to go off. While that's going off, I'm just going to cut a little backing plate for it again, so that we can screw through here and get a nice seal on it. And then we'll just give this a little bit of a helping hand by putting a little bit of sealant around there as well, so that we can seal it, even though we have got a nice rubber gasket. Right, my hands are full, but as you can see, put a bead around there just to give it a helping hand. As I say, top at the top, clearly, nice and dry. And we've got our backing plate in there as well, our wooden backing plate. So line up those screw holes rather. And here we are, back inside the van. So, as you can see there, if I get these out of the way, that's our flue. As I say, that's going to be nice and cool, so don't worry about these touching it, if indeed they do. And we're going to fit our pipes on there. The reason I'm going to fit the pipes on there is because I want to insulate around here with my my Dodo plastic wool, whatever they refer to it as. And then I will be vapor barrieing this, cutting the holes in the vapor barrier to bring the pipes out here, the conduit out here with all the cables, so they'll be out of the way anyway. But of course I won't be able to get to that once we've done that, so we'll get it in now. I hasten to add that this is too long to fit into my boiler at the moment, but that's something I'll be able to cut off in situ. It won't affect the seal on here, don't worry too much about that. And the reason I'm not cutting it at the moment because I'm not entirely sure where this combi boiler is going, so that's why I'm doing it like this. I'm going to fit the inner one first. I've taken it out of the outer coil. I've got this that's going to fit over the end of here, right way around with the teeth on it. But before I do that, let me just compress the end, he says, if you can get this back off. Okay, literally just push that together there. See, it's like a cotton container that sort of comes out. Compress it just so that we've got a good seal on there with this. Bloody hell, I can't even see what I'm doing with my glasses on. There we go. Change the bit of my drill. Get those pipes out of the way. Make sure you're pushing that on because it'll go there. Okay, remember this is the flue for the gas, not the air, so we want to make sure we've got a good seal on that. It's nice and secure. It's quite tight to get in here with the frame working around. Yeah, that's not going to go up anymore. Right, next one to go over is this one, which is much bigger diameter, and we have like a large Jubilee clip on this one too, so slide that over the end first. Again, compress the end. There we go, all the way home. And you may recall me saying they had those ridges there, the ridges being the ones that I thought I was going to have to file out for. They're actually biting into the side of this. Okay, so let's tighten this up. I'll tell you what, these cables are a pain in the ass. See if I'm dragging them in here tonight. Okay, make sure the Jubilee clip is still on the spigot of the outlet. Ooh, what a buffoon, I haven't even got the right bit. Stand by, I'll be back. Right, there we go. Nice and tight, nice and secure. Right, cables over the top, lovely. And we shall secure those out of the way anyway. And that will stick out of the vapor barrier that will stick on there. Right, this is the state of the electrics at the moment. It's not looking too pretty, if I'm honest. But it's a bit like a man cave. I know exactly where everything is, exactly where everything's going. What I will point out is if we look here, I have had to dig out the foam where the pipes run across so that I could run those cables across there. Let me go and have a quick look and show you what I've got. So here we've got my, for want of a better term, 240 cables that will be running to my plug sockets up here in the kitchen area, and then running all the way back around because I'll be having a plug socket up there somewhere. Can't remember what for, radio I think. And also here I have my cable for my, what's this? That's my, you can't see it, zoom in, there we go, undercover lighting. So I wanted like a kickboard light, if you like, for when I get up in the night, need to use a toilet or something similar, so I can just switch it on underneath the unit and it'll be a kickboard light. And this other thing will be the fridge. There we go, fridge. I don't like running cables underneath the floor. I have kept them separate from the pipe, which is why we've got that foam running across there, and I will put something above it just to protect it, and of course I'll put some hazard tape or something similar on the floor so that we know that's exactly where the cables are. Here we go, there's a lovely silhouette. Hello, how are you? This is our floor. After Ruth has painted it with garage floor paint, come up lovely grey, and as you can see, contrasting with the piece that I'm yet to fit, or I should say yet to paint. It is quite a difference. I know I'm quite pathetic at times, but I've decided just to make these very quick templates just to show exactly where the wooden structure is underneath my floor, so that once I put the floor covering back down, I can place these over the top and I know exactly where my little bits of wood are. Yes, to screw to, but also I will be building an aluminium type frame thing here leading up to my bed, so I need to know where I can screw through to. And importantly, as I've made a number of references to, I've got cables and pipes underneath the floor, and I really don't want to hit them. Right, I think this is the first time I'm speaking about it. You most probably seen it in the background in other clips, but this is my 1/4 inch ply that I've just got fitted here. I think this is the first time I'm speaking about it. There's no direct science really as to why I've got this fitted here, other than to keep my cables looking somewhere near tidy. We've got so many, it just looks a mess, to be honest. It's not suggesting that's exactly where I want the cables at the moment. I'm not entirely sure where I want them. I know that we've got our DC to DC charger possibly going over here. Our solar MPPT is going to be over here, and our solar isolation switch here. I know that our fuse spurs are going to be here, so a lot of these 12-volt cables are going to find their way over this side of the van. And of course, looking at our big blue chunky cable there, that tells us this is our hookup cable. I don't suppose you can read that, but that tells me that that's the sockets. So it's almost like running in a ring main in a house, if you want. They're just spurs going off to like the 3-pin like domestic plug sockets, if you know what I mean. There'll be one over here. I think I'll be fitting a couple in the kitchen, and then I've run back over to the other side. What else do we have here? Yeah, there's our solar cables there, so we've got those over the right side at least. I've got my my chassis earth there into the side of the van. This cable here comes all the way from the vehicle battery. That'll be going to my DC to DC, and of course we'll be boxing this in soon as well. So without waffling any further, what's my next move? My next move is I'm going to be fitting some, and we throw this into the mix. Can you see that? You can't see that. Insulation that we got from Dodo. Right.
Well
Done.
done.
Not done entirely, because we need to go over all these holes, all these little gaps, all around the edges, all where I've cut it with tape, which will be a lovely job for you.
Huh?
With your long nails and sticking tape over it. It's quite nice doing it. It's just like, I don't have the time, I've got other things to do. But all done for now. Okay guys, that's the end of another vlog. Sparky's had a haircut.
Yep.
Apologies butchering on a bit this vlog, which I've had to edit out, which you've clearly seen. But hopefully I've got my point across. So what have we got coming up then?
Well, I painted the floor, and so hopefully that will be going down for good. So that'll be nice to have a nice hard stand in. Yeah, what else have we got coming up? Finishing off with the dodo fleece in, and continuing with the electrics.
Yep. Hopefully we'll soon be at a point where we can get the bed in.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Maybe we can get away in it then. But yeah, listen, it's great to get shout outs as well, and big thumbs up and that sort of things. So many thanks to all those people that do that, who give us a like, etc. It's also nice to get comments from people that are actually building their own vans, because it makes you think that you might be doing it right, or getting some things right at least. So big shout out to Jason from Van Explore in this episode. He's building a similar van, so check out his channel. Thanks, Jason. Hopefully hook up with you soon. And yeah, the end of another one. So thanks ever so much for watching. I think that'll do for this week.
Okay, see you next time.
Great stuff.
Cheers.
Take it easy.